Wow, just wow. Kentucky had a chance, but they blew it once again and have now dropped to 1-6. And we're going to talk all about it in today's video. So if you love basketball content, what are you doing? Join the family, hit that subscribe button, and leave a like for more. And without further ado, let's dive straight into it. I know a lot of you are probably thinking I'm about to sit up here and bash Kentucky, but that's not what I'm going to do. I'm just going to be telling you the truth, and the truth is, they've been playing like hot dog water. I'm not here to sugarcoat things. I'm not your mom, I'm not your grandma. I'm going to tell it how it is, and it's been really bad. But however, with that being said, we do have some good things to talk about in this video. Let's start with the first half. It was actually pretty good / great for Kentucky. They looked like a good basketball team out there. They was on the road, they came out with energy, and they was playing with some heart and passion. Players were stepping up in the first half that haven't been all year. Devin Askew, he looked like a good point guard and what we expected him to look like this entire year so far. And for Louisville, they're a good team, and I would even say they're overachieving this year because they have a lot of young talent. They were not expected to be as good as they are right now, and for them to come into this game at 5-1, it's pretty outstanding. All in all, there's not too much to talk about for the first half. It wasn't crazy efficient on offense, both teams were playing good on defense, and everyone looked okay. No individual was playing really great, and nobody was playing really bad. It was good basketball. Let me know what you think in the comment section, but this reminded me of an old school game. Not high scoring, good defense, and a lot of tough shots. For Kentucky though, the second half was not like the first half and things went downhill. Also, I have to throw this in there. Even though Kentucky was 1-5 going into this game, and Louisville was 5-1, arguably, Kentucky was the favorite to win. We know the talent they have on the team. They just haven't gelled together, and they're way better than what their record shows. For Louisville, I guess it could be vice versa. They are 5-1, and you could argue that they're not as good as that 5-1 record. With that being said, I'm going to give credit where credit is due. It don't matter how you got to 5-1, you're there, so we gotta give you your credit. There was no excuse for Kentucky to not win this game. Louisville was trying to hand it to them. Louisville had the edge almost the entire second half, but they couldn't creep away, and they was just giving opportunities to Kentucky. Their main problem though is that they don't have a true scorer that can go get a bucket whenever they need one. It was the problem in this game, and it's been the problem the entire season. Louisville, I mean, they're okay. They're a good and solid program, but it's Kentucky. There's no moral victories over there. They're expected to win every time they suit up. You got the best recruits on the team. You got one of the quote-unquote best coaches of all time. No excuse. The remedy for the second half was a lot like this season and why they're 1-6. When you shoot 5 for 17 behind that 3-point line, which comes to 29%, you're not going to win many games. And you want to know the scary part about that stat is that that's actually one of their better performances shooting the 3 ball. The second half was a completely different team out there. Let's look at the 5-star Devin Askew first. He had a great first half, but the second half was terrible. He shot 3 for 9 from the field and 1 for 5 from the 3-point line. And you know I'm bringing his name up. We got BJ Boston, the big 5-star recruit. He had once again a terrible game, shooting 3 for 11 and 0 for 3 on the 3-point line. And I can already see the comments. Yo Matt, you can't say BJ Boston played terrible. Well, he played terrible. There's no sugarcoating it. If you even think he's played okay this year, you are out of your mind. Has BJ showed signs of greatness? Yes, but it's just some flashes. He hasn't been consistent, and that's his problem. Devin Askew is the other 5-star. He hasn't been producing either, so no excuse for him. And if you don't want to take my word for it, if you were watching the game, you probably noticed that Dick Vitale even said there's no excuses for these 2 5-star recruits to not play good. These words came out of his mouth. He said we got 2 guys that are projected to be first-round picks, and they're not playing like it. So you take that information and you do what you want about it. He was basically dissing them and saying they're not playing good, but in a very nice way. I, however, do not have a contract with ESPN, so I can say they're playing bad. The only, and I mean the only bright side for Kentucky this entire game was the Mintz guy, who's a point guard as well. He shot 6 for 12 from the field and 4 for 6 on the 3-point line. He finished the game with 19 points and 7 rebounds. Not too bad. Listen to this. If you take away his 4 threes, Kentucky only made 1 this game. Let's look at the other 2 starters. We got Jackson. He was 2 from 6 from the field, had 7 points. Not good, not bad. But then we got Sarr, who was 0 for 4 from the field and had 1 point. It's not just on BJ Boston and Devin Askew. Everyone on this team is not playing good. People are going to blame Boston though and Devin Askew because they were the highly rated recruits. Oh yeah, and I could not forget to mention Terrence Clark, who was a highly rated recruit too, was 0 for 4 from the field and 0 for 3 from the 3-point line with a whopping 0 points. I could have shot the basketball with my feet today and done as good as Terrence Clark. Now that I think about it, I couldn't have done worse because he didn't make a shot, so I guess I could only do better. Another big reason as to why they're on this 6-game losing streak is they do have a big turnover problem, but it wasn't really bad this game. They only had 11. It don't even matter though. When you shoot as poorly as they did, you're not going to win many games. If you were watching this game, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I know stats ain't everything, but there was a time from the 17-minute mark in the second half to the 9-minute mark where they didn't have a field goal. Completely unacceptable. Also, going into this game, Kentucky won 11 of the last 13 and 7 of the last 8. I know they're 1-5, but even going into this game, they had to be feeling pretty confident. I know. We all know their offense is complete butt cheeks, so let's talk about their defense. I guess you can make a legit argument that this is a bright side for the team. The half-court defense all year hasn't been that bad, and it's almost been good. It hasn't been great by any means, but it's been solid at times. One thing that I really noted in today's game though, that there is zero help defense on the drives. Louisville did not win this game by shooting lights out. They was only 6 for 20 on the 3-point line, which was barely better than Kentucky. They was getting to the rim, doing backcourt stuff, and a lot of fundamental things. Their starting 5 went 3 for 3 from the field, 2 for 9, which is terrible, 2 for 6, 5 for 10, and 7 for 16. As a head coach, you'll take that, especially in a low-scoring game. Those were definitely better than Kentucky's numbers. I can't stress this enough. This was a huge game for Kentucky in general, mentally and just overall. If you win this game, you're sitting at 2-5. You get a lot of confidence because you beat your rival on the road. But now with losing a heartbreaker, and they almost should have won because they had a shot that went in and out, and if it goes in, they probably win this game and we're making a completely different video. Assuming that we have March Madness coming up, it looks like we will. They're sitting at 1-6, and they're not going to be in it if they do not turn things around. Normally teams, especially in the SEC, you can only have 12, 13, maybe 14 losses and get in. They already have 6, so they can only lose about 6 to 7 more games. That's way too far to think about because I don't even know if they're going to win 6 to 7 games this entire season. I can't believe I even just said that, and I don't even want to believe it, and I can't believe what's going on with this program. Who would have thought we would have ever said that Kentucky is sitting at 1-6 in 2020? Like I stated in a previous video, I would understand it more if they were playing some powerhouses. They have been playing good teams, but they're not ranked in the top 5 and top 10. I'm going to finish off this video with this. Another big problem they have is they do not know how to finish games. A bunch of these games they're losing, they're by 1 or 2 scores. They could easily be 4-2 or 3-3 at least. Bottom line is they can't finish games, they don't have a true leader on this team, and they don't have a true scorer. This was a big chance and opportunity to turn things around, especially on live TV. Once again though, Kentucky disappoints their fans, and I'm not even a fan of Kentucky, but they disappointed me. As always though, I'm very curious. Let me know what you think, what's wrong with this program down below, because there's many things. But hey man, with all that being said, that's going to wrap up this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys learned something. If you're new to the channel, what are you doing? Join the family. Hit that subscribe button. Yeah. Leave a like for more. And as always, let's be great. I'm out. Peace.